Yo, what's up guys? Joho here. Sorry this one's late, supposed to come out last week, been busy as hell. That's not what you're here for. This is T4's on a budget. Kind of like this video is really. But we're doing the S.H.I.E.L.D agents today. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D, whatever you want to call them. That includes Nick Fury, Medic, Security, Trooper, Assaulter, good old Coulson, and Operative. Operative is not in my infograph. We'll explain that after the intro. But before we get to that intro, if you like this content and if you don't like it, hit those buttons. If you like it, say subscribe. I mean, who knows? You might become a S.H.I.E.L.D agent yourself. And if you hit subscribe and become a S.H.I.E.L.D agent, what is the worst that could happen then?
The true you just cut my heart out with her bone knife! Well, okay, right, well that is terrible.
Yes.
But you did shoot his father, that's called revenge. I don't know what I did to deserve that horror movie!
Are you kidding?
You know what? Not my best one I've ever done, but I've just watched that bit and I found that hilarious, so I wanted to put it in there. Anyway, let's roll that intro and let's do this. Alright guys, welcome back. Here we go. We're at it now with the T4's. So we're going to start off with the Nick Fury. We'll go through them all, but as you can see, we've got two that you definitely want to do here. His custom I.C.E.R. only does 30% damage. We know that's not good. We don't want that. So we'll go away from that. Don't ask me why I double tapped out, but I did. Rally, 2000 healing. So that's just flat. No percentage, no nothing. Get out of here. We don't want that. We don't want it, boys and girls. Reinforcements. Now this one we do want. So it goes from just 2 summon shield agents to 3. Not 2, 3. So 3 summon shield agents plus a bit extra damage for them. Always helps. We definitely want that. We definitely want to have the chance to get an extra one. I think it's well worth it. Director of S.H.I.E.L.D. So Director of S.H.I.E.L.D, you get a tons. So you get 20% grant, 20% chance to grant speed to self and S.H.I.E.L.D ally minions. So it's just a lot better. So if you go down here, I've blinking lost it now. So on turn 30% chance. So it goes from 30 to 50% chance. Professional YouTuber. That's me, by the way. 10% chance to gain the assist as well, which always really helps. So I just think those two things really just help the team overall and just give it that bit extra. So definitely worth doing. Now in Medic, we aren't going to do any. So a lot of people, well not a lot, but some people have said it's basic, special and passive. I always used to use it as basic, ultimate, passive. That's what's in my infograph, but that's here nor there. So we've got I.C.E.R pistol, 40% damage to primary target. No, we don't want that. There's 400, just flat 400 healing for all allies. That's what, 400? No, no. Don't do that one. Don't do that one. That's probably one of the worst ones in the game. Close to, anyway. Then this one, 20% chance to heal ally plus apply regeneration. That one is quite good. It is a very iffy one. If you go and hem into the S.H.I.E.L.D team, probably worth getting that one. But as is, they don't need it. They don't need it. It's just a really nice one to have, I suppose. But not worth it. Security is another one where we have got 0. And I mean 0 T4s needed in him. But we'll go through them. We've got stun baton, 40% damage to primary target. We know we don't want those ones. Why do you keep giving them us? We don't care. We don't need them. 50% damage to primary and secondary attack. Yeah, that is on like the board of average. But no. We're not going to waste precious T4 materials on stuff like that, are we? And 5% block chance. 5%, how long is... Yeah, no. Just no. Alright, but there's a S.H.I.E.L.D security. We will go into Trooper. He's down here. As you can see, I've worked on my Trooper and Operative so much. But I.C.E.R rifle, it's again the 40% damage. It's meh. Overwatch, 20% piercing. It is piercing, but 20%, no thank you. Fire support, 40% damage. and that is when he retaliates from with an adjacent ally. So anyone who attacks one of his who he's adjacent to will get a retaliation from him, and that will increase that damage by 40%. Meh. 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 That is what that is. Meh. Anyway, Shield Trooper's done, so let's go to a Salter. Yeah, so Salter's here. So we got Concussion Grenade, number 1, basic, 10% piercing to primary and adjacent targets. It's piercing, but it's 10%. So that is, unfortunately, not unfortunately, it's a straight no. Just don't do it. Barrage, 30% damage to all targets. No. 30% is nice, and it is to all targets, so let's say that's 5, you get 120. It's just not worth it. Maybe if you had 7 reds on him, something like that, and you wanted to go crazy, even then I wouldn't recommend it. But and then Airborne, this one is definite. You want the 10% crit chance to self, and then the 10% crit chance for shield and minions, shield minions, and Nick Fury. You definitely want to get this one. This one is a must, I think, for that crit chance, because it just makes him so much more formidable, getting those extra crits. When you see his Airborne go, his barrage go off, and like 4 out of 5 are crits, it really does some damage. Coulson will go up next, but actually, just for you guys, we're showing to Operative. I would not recommend using her whatsoever. The team I would use in War is obviously the Nick Fury Medic Security Trooper and Coulson. No, sorry, not Trooper. Nick Fury Medic Security Assaulter Coulson, not Trooper or Operative. Outside, you might use like Coulson, that team as well, or if you've got Trooper and Operative built up already, you can use like the Avengers with Coulson Medic, and then like the rest of Nick with his minions. But if you're new, don't even bother touching Shield Operative or Trooper, just leave them. You don't need them. They might give you 1 extra team in Blitz, but it's not essential, and they're just not needed, so don't bother doing them. That's why I didn't put them on there, her on there. I was tempted not to put Trooper either, but I thought may as well, because Trooper is a bit better than Operative, but just don't do them. But Operative, you wouldn't, I don't think, do any of hers either. It's a 40% damage. Extractions are 300. Sorry, that is probably the worst move in the game. 300 flat healing. That's it. That's absolutely nothing. People like can whisper, like, and that's just health gone. That doesn't do it. The extra focus, don't get me wrong, and the shield minion allies on spawn apply 2 counter to Nick Fury, so that's quite nice. The 2 counter, the extra focus is quite nice, but they get a lot of extra focus anyway from here, there, and everywhere, so it's not needed. That one may, at a big push, maybe, but I cannot see them ever needing that extra focus, so just not worth it. And like I said, no need to use Trooper or Operative anyway. You've got your 5. So we're going to the big man himself, the Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. star, Agent Coulson. Night Gun is the basic. We have got that as a no, because 20% damage to primary and secondary. Why it is multiple targets, it is 20% damage. We know that's a no-no, so we don't do it. Okay, EMP Punch. Quite nice. Now this one's a little bit trickier, because it is 10% damage, so we know that's a no-no, because it's only 10%, but it's remove all positive effects instead of removing 3. But if you really want to go ham in them and put them on and have them as your strongest wall defense, or up there with your strongest, and you really want them to really be powerful on wall defense, definitely give this one a shot. But I just don't think it's that necessary compared to his other 2. But I would say this one may be next on the list after all these, but we don't do lists. We're just doing the ones you need to do to get the team proper up and running in certain modes, whatever. This one is a definite. You clear all positive effects from the enemy with the most damage. You call 2 allies in, and that is instead of, I think, 1. So if you go to here, yeah, so you normally call 1 ally in. I was thinking of that, right? I have done some research into this. It might not seem like it, but I have. You call 1 ally in with the most damage. This definitely calls in 2, and they do more damage. So you do more damage to all enemies. it's definitely worth it. That one can literally nuke one player and take them out of the game instead of maybe taking them out of the game. So definitely worth doing that one. And then the agent, here we go. So this one, you get fill speed bar of medic by 10%. So that goes up to 20 on more defense. Self and allies gain even more max health. They gain even more resistance, I think, and so on and so on. This is just one of those big stat boosts for everyone on the team. Worth doing. Absolutely. Should have this one. As you can see, my Shield team isn't up there, but researching with other people and just from what I know from the games and stats and stuff, how they work, I think these are the ones that you definitely should have as a basis. And then, you know, what ones I've said maybe to get next. But probably not worth it in this team as of right now. Then the meta, sort of, they're not like in arena or anything, but they get by in blitz and stuff, not used in many nodes, so they've kind of fallen off the map, but still worth it to put a bit of investment in that, I think. Anyway, that's all from me today. I'm Joho, and you stay classy, YouTube.